As Shah Rukh Khan said,
If I play a bad guy, I make sure he suffers a lot. He dies a dog's death.
the movie should have ended with Aurangzeb's death in the military camp at Ahmednagar, backed by the War of Succession, as his own sons went against him, depicting him as a frustrated old man, guilt-ridden and conquered by the regret for his own actions. Mainly because he was not able to conquer the Deccan and the guilt of the torturous death of Emperor Sambhaji. The movie seems to be a mere cash grab, targeting the sympathy of the audiences by only focusing on the torture scenes of Emperor Sambhaji that slow burns the entire second half of the movie. Emperor Sambhaji is renowned for his exceptional qualities of being a war general, political strategist, and a symbol of bravery. All this has been barely touched in the movie. The movie heavily focuses on the action montages of Emperor Sambhaji in the second half of the movie, followed by the torture scenes and the husband-wife camaraderie in the first half. The demands of Aurangzeb to surrender the Maratha forts, treasures, and the names of the Mughals who were collaborating with Marathas formed the core of the interrogation and torture of Emperor Sambhaji. All these plot points were not even mentioned in the movie. Rather than that, the clash of egos between Aurangzeb and Emperor Sambhaji form the vital elements of the torture. The runtime of the movie is 2 hours 35 minutes that seems to be stretched until the point of the interval, and the plot actually begins in the concluding 60 minutes of the movie. Is the craft of Lakshman Utekar as good as Bansali's Padmavat and Bajirao Mastani? And is this movie historically accurate? Let's find out as we review Chhaava while we roll the credits. Talking about the direction of the movie, Lakshman Utekar has previously directed movies like Luka Chupi, Me and Zara Hatke Zara Bachke. This is the first time Lakshman Utekar is venturing into a period action drama. Let's talk about what I like about the direction. The scene where Emperor Sambhaji is offering prayers to Lord Shiva has been beautifully shot. The claustrophobic scene of the Mughal attack at Sangameshwar before Emperor Sambhaji is apprehended has been captured immaculately. The scene where Emperor Sambhaji goes no holds barred against hundreds of Mughal soldiers before he is captured is one of the best action scenes to grace the Indian cinemas. Another scene where Emperor Sambhaji tears the lion's jaw apart is a perfect amalgamation of CGI and well choreographed action. Talking about the problems of the direction and the screenplay, the main problem with this movie is that it does not capture the historical events in its entirety. It is a huge missed opportunity that the looting of Burhanpur has been limited as an action montage. The meticulous planning of Emperor Sambhaji and General Hambirrao Mohite of leveraging the opportunity to loot Burhanpur, as the General of Burhanpur, Bahadur Khan, deploys with him 3,000 Mughal soldiers to his nephew's wedding, has been completely omitted from the script. Emperor Sambhaji further spreads a false rumor that he'll be attacking and looting Surat. Hence, the looting of Burhanpur was actually not won by strength, but by strategic planning and execution. The director barely followed the historical transcripts and limited the looting of Burhanpur as an action montage. Scenes depicting Vicky Kaushal leaping over the shields like Krish, having a superhero landing in front of the lion and emerging from the water like Superman seems overly unrealistic and exaggerated. Let's talk about the performances of the movie. The scenes prior to the capture of Emperor Sambhaji has been flawlessly performed by Vicky Kaushal. The raw power and the agony of betrayal by his own court of ministers has been masterfully delivered by Vicky Kaushal. Although Vicky Kaushal lacks the aura of an emperor, unlike what Hrithik Roshan in Jodha Akbar, Shah Rukh Khan in Ashoka, and Ranveer Singh in Bajirao Mastani brought to the silver screens. My main issue with Vicky Kaushal being his dialogue delivery. Most of the movie he is roaring and shouting. Also, the Marathi dialect has not been incorporated by Vicky Kaushal, unlike what Ranveer Singh did in Bajirao Mastani. Talking about the versatile Akshaye Khanna playing the character of Aurangzeb, the scene where Aurangzeb visits the ruins of Burhanpur, where he recalls how he beheaded his brother Dara Shikoh and imprisoned his father Shah Jahan, actually gives you a visual representation by the dialogues narrated by Akshaye Khanna, giving you a masterclass in acting. Akshaye Khanna has embraced the character so well with his dead expressive eyes, the walk, and the demeanor, bringing out the wickedness and unsettling calmness to Aurangzeb's character. Akshaye Khanna truly deserves a national award for his portrayal, as he has already proved his mettle in the past with performances in Gandhi My Father, Section 375 and Dil Chahta Hai. Rashmika Mandana plays the character of Yasubai, the wife to Emperor Sambhaji, and supports very well in the narrative. Especially her performance at the dinner scene where she defends her husband with her political intellect against the court of ministers. The subtle expressiveness of pain and sorrow as her husband has been held captive is perfectly balanced by Rashmika through her eyes. In the supporting cast, we have Vineet Kumar Singh playing Kavi Kalash, who has perfectly hammed, giving an over-the-top performance. Ashutosh Rana plays the role of General Hambir Rao Mohite. The back and forth exchange of words between Ashutosh Rana and Divya Datta's Choirabai is eye-catching. It is a shame that the makers have not given enough screen time to the character of Hambir Rao Mohite, as he is one of the prominent war generals specializing in guerrilla warfare and battle tactics. Actors like Kiran Karmarkar, Santosh Juvekar and Divya Datta have been completely wasted in their roles. The background music of A.R. Rahman is a major letdown in this movie. Ajay Atul, who have given the music of Tanaji, would have been a better option for this movie. At some places you can hear an electronic guitar playing as a BGM in the Maratha Mughal era. The BGM where Maratha soldiers are cross-dressed as women will draw blood from your ears. To conclude, the movie has strong performances from Vicky Kaushal in the third act of the movie, from the point where the Mughals attack Sangameshwar and hold him captive. Akshaye Khanna has outperformed his role as Aurangzeb, whereas Rashmika Mandana has well supported her character. The major problem with the movie is the screenplay and the direction, as zero efforts has been made by the makers to develop a strong, historically accurate and coherent script. No emphasis has been given on the character development of Emperor Sambhaji or Aurangzeb and even Hambir Rao Mohite, making them one-dimensional characters. I give 2.5 stars out of 5 to Chhaava just because of the performances of Akshaye Khanna, Vicky Kaushal and Rashmika Mandana. Chhaava cannot be considered as a historical lesson but a corporate script that encashes the emotions of the audiences. I hope you liked the video. Do like, do subscribe.